I get a lot of questions about, Dave, what are your staples in your diet? And I'm not going to show you any recipes, but I'm going to show you what I really live by on my keto diet. So some of you that are shifting from down to keto or low carb, high fat, so you're going to oxidize fats and reduce some of that inflammation, which I've talked about a lot. I'm going to show you my 10 staples here, okay? And in future shows, I will show you some recipes. So let's start with this one. Coconut oil. This is kind of a modest tub. I go through a lot of this. I put 2 big dollops on a cooking sheet, and then I cut up my vegetables. Quite often I'll put a piece of fish on there as well. So this is a standby. Once I've spooned this out, quite often there's a little bit of residual left, and I rub it on my face, nose. It's great for your skin as well. Number 2 is, I mentioned vegetables, so I'm going to show you. This is kind of some limp-looking kale. And I have kale a lot. It's one of the superfoods. It's very high in phytonutrients and antioxidants. It has lots of calcium, vitamin K, very, very high vitamin A as well, a little bit of protein and iron. This is kind of a flimsy looking piece, but I'm going to eat it tonight. This is a leek. Leeks are a little bit higher in carbohydrates, and I have a list of superfoods, which I'll be posting on my website. I love leeks. They're not quite as potent as shallots or onions, and I use the whole leek, so I chop up everything all the way down. I don't use a little fur on the top. I cut that off, so quite often on my vegetable tray, that's what I have. Olives are my mainstay. I will almost have them every night for an appetizer, and I kind of have, these are with the pits in here, and these are really nutrient-dense foods, very high healthy fat, and I think they should be on everyone's AAA list. Avocados go hand in hand with the olives, and I use avocados in many different ways. I cook them with eggs in the morning. I quite often have 2 a day and sometimes 3 whole avocados a day. I know it seems kind of crazy. These are really filling. They'll affect your satiety center, which is a great thing. So if you're compelled to eat that quick carbohydrate at dinner, don't. Have an avocado or olives. Nuts, I have 2 of my favorite out here. I also like macadamia nuts. These are walnuts and also almonds, and I mix these up a little bit. Quite often I have these at lunch as well. I add these as my snack at the end, which I'm going to cover in another video. Okay, next item. Lime and lemon. These are the lowest in carbohydrates. This is the lowest, actually lower than the lemon. And I add this almost to all my vegetables. I actually slice up the lime, and I actually put it in my water at night. But I add lemon almost to virtually every vegetable that I cook. Okay, next one. These are coconut, shredded coconut. So I put this in quite often. I sprinkle this on the top on my vegetable dish. I put it on fish as well. It has a beautiful flavoring. And I love coconut shreds. I have them almost every single day. I actually have them for lunch as well. This one is pretty unique, and I have it in the jar. It's avocado mayonnaise. And if you want something that really flavors your vegetables and also fish, it goes really well with bison. I had that the other night. I put a little dollop on this at the end as I pulled it out of the oven. This is fantastic. And my last one are eggs. And eggs are really protein dense. You got to eat the whole egg. These are hard boiled. Quite often I have these in the morning. I have the eggs, avocado, a little bit of hard cheese with it, and I sometimes put the avocado in there, as I just mentioned. Sometimes sprinkle on the nuts. Eggs are brilliant. Don't shy away from them. Have them on a daily basis. So that is my list of the top 10 staples. I'm sure a lot of you that are watching this would say, oh, you only hit on 1 or 2 of mine, but if you didn't have avocados or olives, you're really missing out. So if you can go through my list, have at least those 2 to start with. I hope that helps.